Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the sheepdog concept and your moral compass when it comes to defending other people. So the sheepdog concept comes from Lieutenant Colonel Dave Grossman, who wrote the book On Killing, very popular book. But over the last couple years, I don't necessarily believe or abide by what he talks in there. If you want a book on kind of the human psychology and the human aptitude to violence, go read Varg Freeborn's Violence of Mind, but I'm not really going to get into the debate between those two authors. What I want to talk about is what is the sheepdog concept, and let's talk about your moral compass to defend other people. So Lieutenant Colonel Grossman came up with the sheepdog concept, saying that there are wolves, so criminals are wolves. They prey on the sheep. The sheep are the law-abiding citizens, those who go about their daily lives, work, pay their taxes, good citizens. There's nothing wrong with that. But then you also have what he refers to as the sheepdog. So it is, you're not necessarily a criminal, but you do have the capability for violence. And what he advocates is the sheepdogs protecting the sheep. So basically, if we see something happening, he wants those who are armed and are capable to intervene. So let's go to how that applies to law. So in Texas, you actually are allowed to defend against the unlawful use or deadly threat of an innocent third party. You can come to their aid to prevent attempted murder, robbery, aggravated robbery, assault, sexual assault, rape. The same stuff that you can use self-defense for, you can actually use it to protect an innocent third party. If you want to be that person that comes to the aid of somebody else, man, that's a moral decision. You've got to make that decision for yourself. I can't make that for you. I'm going to tell you this, my personal belief: I do not train, I do not carry a gun to protect you or to protect anybody else who does not live in my household. You heard that right. My main focus is my family, my wife and my kids. You've got to make that decision yourself, but let me kind of talk to you or go into a little bit more in depth. You got to think about what is your mission. This is something that I tell my students when they go through our basic permit class. What is your mission? Especially when it comes to ego. My mission on a day-to-day basis is to come back to my family, to leave my home and to come back to my family in the same condition that I left them. So that being said, if you see something going on and you intervene in that, let's say you get injured or you have some debilitating injury. Let's say you become paralyzed. Have you benefited your family at all by your paralysis? Now your wife has to take care of you and you've lost all your ability to provide for your family. Let's say you die. Let's say you want to be that hero and you go intervene, and for some reason it's your day and you pass away. Have you benefited your family at all? And I know you're probably thinking, Craig, that's so cruel, that's cold-hearted. But once again, guys, that's a moral decision you've got to make. I don't carry a firearm. I don't train to protect those who don't protect themselves. I carry a firearm. I train to protect my family. So that whole sheepdog concept, I'm not a big fan of it. I've said in multiple videos, this is what I tell everybody: you are your own first responder. You will be at 100% of your emergency. So whatever skills you want that person to have that's coming to your aid, that person is you, and you need to have those skills. Don't rely on somebody else to provide for your security or to provide for your medical care in the event of some trauma or whatnot. You've got to have those skills to take care of yourself. So like I said, that sheepdog concept, I'm not a big fan of that, but that's something that you've got to decide for yourself. There are a few exceptions to where I typically will intervene, especially if a child is involved. If a child's being kidnapped or is being assaulted or whatnot, a child cannot defend themselves against a grown attacker for the most part. So that is one of the few instances where I will actually intervene. You got to figure out what is your mission, what is your purpose, why do you train? Are you there to provide for your family and to take care of them, or are you there to provide for the greater benefit of society. That's something that you have to come up with yourself. But as for me, the people in my household, that's who I fight for. And anything that's going to come in the way of me achieving my mission on a daily basis, coming home to my family, other than those few exceptions, I'm not going to get involved. But once again, you do you. Guys, thanks for watching. Be safe, be smart, be skilled. Catch you on the next video.